Hey there, lovely souls. Welcome to my channel Magnetize Official. In today's video, we're diving into a collective reading focused on the divine masculine and divine feminine energies. This is a space to explore the dynamic balance of these energies within ourselves and our lives. Remember, these are collective energies, which means they might resonate with your own inner divine masculine or feminine aspects. Or you could see these energies mirrored in your relationships and connections. For those of you on the twin flame journey or navigating deeply transformative soul connections, this reading might feel especially aligned. In these high-level connections, the interplay between the divine masculine and feminine often reveals itself in profound ways. These reflections aren't random. They're guiding you toward internal healing and balance. Through your interactions, whether physical or energetic, you're being invited to realign with your highest self. No matter where you are on this path, I'm setting the intention that today's reading offers you clarity, insight, and a deeply personal message. It's important to trust your intuition as we move through this. I channel messages for many people and situations, so take only what resonates with your heart and leave the rest behind. Now, let's begin. The first card that came through is the Patience card, appearing upright. This is such a powerful way to start because it carries the essence of divine timing. When I see this card, I'm reminded that time, as we understand it, doesn't exist at the energetic level. For those of us who identify as way showers or path forgers, helping to bring forth this new earth frequency, we're being guided to deepen our understanding of time as fluid, not linear. You're likely experiencing this shift in very real and personal ways, whether it's a sense of delays or feeling like everything is unfolding too quickly. This card is a gentle reminder that everything is aligning perfectly, even if it doesn't yet make sense on the surface. Trust the process. Divine timing is never off. It's always working in harmony with your highest good. As we continue this reading, we'll explore how these themes of patience and divine timing weave through your life, relationships, and the energetic balances you're cultivating. Let's see what deeper layers of wisdom are waiting to reveal themselves to you today. Take a deep breath, comment in, and let's begin this journey together. With the Blossoming Abundance card appearing in reverse, we're invited to reflect on the timeless nature of energy. As I often remind you, time doesn't truly exist at the energetic level. This means that whenever or wherever you're listening to this reading, your energy is actively co-creating the messages we're uncovering together. That's the beauty of what we do here. It's not just me delivering messages, it's us co-creating this sacred space. Your energy matters. Every time you show up, whether through your presence, your intention, or even by engaging with this reading, you are weaving your unique vibration into the collective tapestry of this channel. For that, I am so deeply grateful to each of you. And if you'd like to participate even more intentionally in this co-creation process, I encourage you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. These small actions are powerful forms of energetic exchange. By doing so, you're not just supporting this channel, you're helping me tune in more clearly to your unique vibration, which allows me to deliver messages that resonate more deeply with your energy and situation. Now, let's dive back into the message of the Blossoming Abundance card in reverse. This card is reminding us of the fascinating ways time has been shifting and moving lately. Have you felt it? For many of you, time may no longer feel linear in the way it once did. In the past, time might have seemed predictable, days flowing neatly one after another. But now, as you've reached this point in your soul's evolution, and as we collectively rise into a new level of consciousness, You might feel as though time has lost its structure. There may be days when time feels like it's racing forward, slipping through your fingers before you've had a chance to catch your breath. Then, there are other moments when time seems to stretch endlessly, as though it's holding you in a suspended state of stillness. You might even feel like you're leaping through time itself, making monumental shifts in your growth and awareness in what feels like the blink of an eye. Here's the truth. You are making those quantum leaps. Whether or not you can see tangible proof of this in your physical reality, your energy is evolving faster than ever before. You are shifting timelines, moving beyond old patterns and limitations that no longer serve you. If you've aligned with this reading, it's no accident. You are someone who has detached, either consciously or unconsciously, from the confines of a singular linear timeline. You're stepping into the fluidity of the quantum field, a space where time becomes malleable and possibilities are infinite. So, if you're feeling lost in time or even slightly disoriented by how quickly or slowly life seems to be moving, know this. It's all part of your evolution. You are transcending the old rules of time and space to step into a higher vibrational state of being, where abundance is not tied to time but flows effortlessly with your alignment. This detachment often occurs as part of a spiritual initiation, sometimes called a spiritual awakening. These awakenings aren't always gentle. They can be triggered by something profound, either from within or from something external in your life that shakes your energy to its core. Imagine it like an energetic earthquake, where everything you once thought to be solid and certain begins to tremble and shift. If you're on a twin flame path, this spiritual initiation may unfold through the energy exchange that happens when you meet or connect with your twin flame. This powerful connection can trigger an awakening, causing a deep inner transformation that pushes you to question everything you once knew about yourself, your purpose, and your relationship to the world. Of course, the twin flame journey is just one example of a path that leads to spiritual awakening. This process can take many different forms for each soul. For some, the awakening may come through a life-altering event, like a near-death experience. For others, it could be the moment they encounter a deeply transformative soul connection in the physical world, someone who stirs something profound within them. It could also be triggered by life circumstances so challenging, so intensely disorienting that they shake up your entire energetic field. It's like the universe sends you a wake-up call, urging you to break free from the rigid paradigms and beliefs that most people live with, often without ever realizing they are trapped in them. When you begin to detach from one specific timeline, you unlock an innate ability to move between timelines, dimensions, and realities. This is a gift that we are all in the process of rediscovering. Though this ability is becoming more accessible at the unconscious level, it can feel deeply confusing to our conscious minds, as our 3D reality has difficulty grasping this shift. There are moments when it can feel disorienting, even unsettling, but there's also a rush of exhilaration as you step onto a new, untrodden path, a path that isn't fixed, but one you are actively co-creating every step of the way. Instead of being bound to a single, rigid timeline, you begin to detach from the illusion of control that comes from the idea that life is a set, predictable path. Instead, you reclaim the creative control over your life experience that your soul has always known it could possess. This detachment is not about losing direction, but about aligning with your truest, most authentic path, one that may shift, evolve, and grow with each conscious decision you make. You become the creator of your own journey, At the deepest level of your soul, you already know this truth. You are a limitless, all-powerful being, capable of creating the life you desire. You have always known this, even if it was hidden beneath layers of societal conditioning and belief systems. As we move through this awakening, these abilities are surfacing more and more. But much of this discovery is happening below the surface, beneath the conscious mind, deep within your energy field. And as we uncover these truths, we must remember that the process is unique to each individual. For some, it's a slow unfolding, like petals opening to the sunlight. For others, it's a sudden burst of insight, a flash of clarity that changes everything. But no matter how it happens, the common thread is that you are becoming more in tune with your limitless potential. You are beginning to trust that you can navigate beyond the boundaries of what you once thought was possible. And that is one of the most powerful realizations any soul can have. As you journey through this deep, subconscious awakening, it's normal to feel moments of disorientation. You may experience days where everything feels a little off, your thoughts feel foggy, or you feel physically dizzy, as if the world around you is shifting beneath your feet. I keep sensing someone specifically dealing with a sensation of spiritual vertigo, as if your energetic body is spinning and trying to recalibrate to something new. Of course, I want to remind you that I'm not a medical professional, and if you're experiencing any physical symptoms that concern you, it's important to consult a doctor. But if these sensations feel more energetic than physical, trust that what you're experiencing is a reflection of the powerful shifts unfolding within you on a deeper, spiritual level. For those of you who are familiar with this energetic disorientation, especially if you feel intuitively that it isn't rooted in physical causes, know that it's likely your mind and body are processing something massive happening on an energetic plane. It's as if your soul is trying to catch up with the rapid shifts in your consciousness, and it's all a part of your spiritual evolution. I sense that this message resonates particularly with the divine feminine energy in the collective. Of course, we all carry both divine feminine and divine masculine energies within us, regardless of gender. But today, there is a strong message coming through for those of you who identify with the divine feminine, spiritually and energetically. If this speaks to you, you may have recently found yourself revisiting certain old patterns or dynamics, those familiar cycles that once held you in place. However, what's key here is that you didn't fall back into them. You may have noticed them resurfacing energetically, as if they were trying to tug at your energy, but you didn't let them pull you under. This is such an important point because it shows how far you've come. The patterns may have popped up to test you, to see if you would respond from an old space of fear or lack, but you didn't. Instead, you stood in the awareness of how much you've grown. This is the moment when you realize you are no longer bound by those old dynamics, and you are empowered to choose a new response. I keep seeing a spiral, a swirling, cyclical motion, like a spiral staircase or a spinning vortex of energy. This image is powerful because it speaks to the way you may feel, as though you're moving in circles, revisiting old lessons or emotional patterns. In the past, these cycles may have felt overwhelming or endless. You might have felt stuck, like you were going around and around with no way out. But now, as you evolve, I see that while you may still feel the spiral's pull, it's no longer the same. The spirals have become smaller, more contained, and easier to navigate. Each time they pull you back, it's just a gentle reminder that you've already learned what you needed from that pattern, and you're not going back to it. You're growing through it, with each pass becoming less intense, until eventually the spiral contracts into nothingness. What this tells me is that you are making incredible progress. even if it doesn't always feel like it. You are moving forward, and each time you revisit a past pattern, you're doing so with more awareness, more strength, and more wisdom. These spirals may feel uncomfortable at times, but they are simply a reflection of the layers you are shedding, layer by layer, releasing what no longer serves you until only the highest version of yourself remains. What I'm being shown by my guides is a powerful and profound vision. One that might seem strange at first, but holds a deep truth about the healing journey. Healing isn't always a clear, straight path, moving from point A to point B. Instead, it often takes the shape of a spiral, a winding, ever-evolving journey that gently moves us out of old patterns and limiting dynamics, little by little, over time. This spiral represents the ebb and flow of our growth, a continual process of shedding what no longer serves us, layer by layer, until we rise into a more empowered version of ourselves. I'm hearing something very important right now from your guides. Go easy on yourself. If you find that at times you're pulled back into old places, patterns or dynamics that once held you, know that this isn't a sign of failure or regression. It's part of the process. It's like stepping through the spiral, revisiting old energies that once had power over you. And as you move through them, you are phasing them out. You're allowing these energies to move through you, which is how we process and release old patterns at an energetic level. It's not an instant or immediate shift, and it certainly doesn't happen in one fell swoop. It unfolds in its own time, perfectly, as part of your unique healing journey. You are allowing this process to unfold within you, and that is something truly beautiful. It takes immense strength and trust to allow these emotions and patterns to pass through you. So much courage is required to feel and release the layers that no longer fit who you're becoming. And that is a truly admirable quality. Many people get stuck in the spirals of their healing because they resist this process. They're afraid of feeling the depth of the hurt, the pain, or the emotional weight that comes up. They avoid it, trying to push it down or run from it. But not you, divine feminine. You are choosing to be in full contact with your emotions, facing them head on, and allowing them to flow through you. By doing this, you are transforming on a profound level, not only in the heart, but deep within your energy field. This is no small feat, and your growth is visible. You'll begin to notice the subtle and powerful signs of your transformation, both internally and in the external world around you. Perhaps others will start to reflect to you how much you've changed. Your energetic field is shifting, and you are stepping into a higher vibration, one that others can feel, whether they recognize it consciously or not. Be on the lookout for these signs. Each one is evidence of how far you've come. I'm also being shown the Thinking Woman card, and it's sitting squarely on your throat chakra, which is incredibly significant. This image tells me that you are stepping into your personal power through your voice, your self-expression. There is something truly transformative happening in the way you communicate, whether in your personal relationships or in how you show up in the world. You may have been having deep, meaningful conversations lately. Conversations where you are able to articulate yourself with clarity and confidence. This is a beautiful reflection of the growth you've experienced, especially in terms of being able to communicate from a place of truth and empowerment. It's clear that, for whoever this message is for, your voice is now carrying an immense amount of power. I can feel it. The energy you're channeling through your words is potent, and it's affecting those around you. Sometimes, this power may even be triggering to others, because they are feeling the strength of your truth. There's an energy in your words that's cutting through the illusions, through the veils of falsehoods that people may have been holding on to. It's as though your truth is slicing through what no longer serves, awakening people to their own truths, whether they're ready to hear it or not. This energy you are carrying is both activating and challenging to others. You may not always see it, but your voice is serving as a spiritual mirror, reflecting what others need to confront within themselves. Your words are resonating with such authenticity that they can't help but stir something deep within those around you. They might feel unsettled by your clarity, but this is exactly the shift that's needed. You are not only healing yourself, but you are also creating ripples of healing in your environment. I'm being shown that many of the conversations you're engaging in right now are centered around powerful themes: business, finances, and the material aspects of your life. These discussions may be tied to ways you're using your voice to bring greater abundance and stability into your world, or they could represent moments where you're asserting your authority in areas related to your material growth. I can feel the immense power behind your voice right now. It's not just a tool for communication. It's a force of transformation. And I'm hearing something interesting about how people are responding to this power. There seems to be a split in reactions. On one hand, some people may feel deeply triggered by your words. Your truth, as it unfolds, may shine a light on aspects of themselves they're not ready to confront. It's almost like your energy is offering them a mirror, and depending on their level of spiritual awareness, they may find themselves uncomfortable with what they see. On the other hand, there are those who will feel magnetically drawn to you, feeling your energy pull them closer to the truth that you speak. This dynamic is natural, and it's something that we, as divine feminines, are collectively learning to navigate. It's an essential part of our evolution to become comfortable with this split, to embrace the fact that the more we step into our power, the more we purify and amplify our energy, the more our magnetism increases. Think of it as a powerful magnetic field. Just like any magnet, as you grow stronger, you will naturally attract and repel with equal force. The more you stand in your truth and your authentic power, the more people, situations, and things that are not aligned with your energy will fall away. This process of attraction and repulsion is not something to fear. It is a beautiful sign of your growth. As you repulse what no longer serves you, you simultaneously attract high vibrational people, opportunities, and experiences that resonate with the new frequency you are embodying. These matches can show up in many forms: love, romance, friendships, career opportunities, or financial abundance. All of this is part of your soul's evolution, and you're opening the door to incredible things by standing firm in your power and truth. Now, when I look at the cards that have come forward, I see an unfolding story that perfectly mirrors the energy in this message. We have yin-yang reversed, hostilities reversed, and the magician and the mirror in reverse. These cards are holding some deep wisdom, especially when paired with happy family reversed, community reversed, and heart chakra reversed. Together, they tell a tale of transition, a period of deep spiritual and energetic transformation that is unfolding in your life. It feels like we're at a moment where these shifts are taking shape, but perhaps not yet fully visible in the material realm. There's a sense of things coming into alignment, but it may feel like there's a gap between the spiritual shifts you're feeling and the physical manifestations you're waiting to see. Before I dive deeper into these messages, let me offer this. If you are a divine feminine resonating with what's coming through here, if you're feeling these powerful, almost unexplainable spiritual changes within you and noticing them begin to reflect in your physical life in ways that are hard to articulate, please know this: you are not alone. You are walking a path of immense transformation. the polarizing reactions you're feeling from others? That is a clear sign that you are standing in your truth, evolving into your highest self. It's a testament to how deeply you are impacting the world around you. You are no longer the person you once were. You are shedding old layers, old beliefs, and stepping into a version of yourself that is pure, authentic, and powerful. And while not everyone will understand or be ready for the changes within you, know that this is all part of the process. You are energetically carving out space for the people, experiences, and opportunities that are aligned with your highest path. And that, my dear, is truly something to be proud of. Let's dive deep into the powerful energy that's coming through right now. 2 cards in this spread stand out to me in a profound way. Yin-yang reversed, and the Magician and the Mirror upright. Together, these 2 cards speak volumes about the twin flame journey, and I feel compelled to highlight just how significant their presence is in this reading. These are some of the strongest twin flame indicators I work with, and seeing them together here strongly suggests that for many of you, this energy is deeply connected to a twin flame relationship, or that you identify with being on the twin flame path. The yin-yang card, when reversed, combined with the upright Magician and the Mirror, paints a picture of something being out of alignment in the physical world. You may be noticing that things aren't quite in sync on the material plane when it comes to your connection. This could be manifesting as physical separation or some form of imbalance that you can clearly see in your reality. From an earthly perspective, it might seem like things are all over the place. But what your guides want to stress is that while the physical world may appear chaotic, there is something far more profound happening energetically. On the energetic plane, your connection is going through a process of deep recalibration and balancing. If you've been feeling a sense of inner turmoil, confusion, or even chaos recently, you're not alone. There's an underlying cognitive dissonance at play. Physically, things may appear disconnected, out of balance, or uncertain. But spiritually, you're sensing a profound shift, a rebalancing that's occurring not just within you, but within your twin flame as well. Remember, as twin flames, you are energetic mirrors of one another. You share the same core soul frequency, which means that the shifts and changes you are feeling internally are being reflected in your twin flame's journey as well. The guides are making it clear that the energetic shifts you're experiencing are also unfolding within your twin flame, even if it's not immediately obvious. I sense that many of you may have had moments of doubt lately. Maybe you've even asked yourself, was it all just an illusion? There may have been questions around whether the changes you're going through are actually being mirrored by the other person in the connection. Here's the reassuring message I'm receiving. You are about to receive tangible signs or evidence that this recalibration is happening within your twin flame too. You might start to see physical signs of their own transformation, a reflection of the energetic shifts that you're going through. The universe will show you, in time, that what you felt on the inside is indeed taking root on the outside. The balance is being restored. Just as it's unfolding within you, it is also unfolding within them. That said, I want to remind you of something crucial. You are the conscious creator of your own life. Your soul's evolution is important, but right now, your primary focus should be on reclaiming your personal power. The guides are reiterating this message. Do not give your power away to this person or situation. While it's beautiful to honor the energetic shifts taking place both within yourself and in this connection, you must remember that, at the end of the day, you have the autonomy to shape your human experience. I feel it's important to emphasize something strongly, especially for the divine feminine. There is a clear message from the guides that now is not the time to fall back into old patterns of fear, codependency, chasing, or holding on to something just to prove your validation or worthiness. Divine Feminine, you've come so far in this journey of growth and healing. You have learned that your worth is intrinsic and secure. It is something that comes from within you, not dependent on anyone else or any external circumstances. It's crucial to remain grounded in the power and inner stability you've worked so hard to establish. No matter how your physical relationship with this person unfolds, whether it evolves into something more, remains as it is, or even faces challenges, it is essential that you stay anchored in your own sense of worthiness. You are not here to prove yourself to anyone. You've already proven to yourself that you are whole, valuable, and complete, regardless of any external validation. Consider this message a kind of protective disclaimer. As the Divine Feminine, you've come so far, and now is the time to honor yourself and the progress you've made. You are no longer the same person who once felt the need to chase or cling to someone else's energy for your sense of worth. The energy you're stepping into is one of self-reliance, self-love, and unshakable inner peace. Trust that your value doesn't need to be validated by anyone else, and don't slip back into old habits that no longer serve you. With that being said, let's take a look at the masculine energy coming through in this reading. There's a lot of emotional depth here, and it's clear he's deeply feeling the disconnect from you. I'm seeing cards like Happy Family, reversed, and Community reversed, which suggest a sense of emotional isolation or disconnection. Words like disappointment, regret, and fear seem to surround his energy right now. He's carrying a dense emotional weight, and it's not easy for him to process. But within this, there's also a trigger happening in his heart space. The heart triggering that's occurring tends to activate his defense mechanisms. I'm hearing phrases like, "Don't share how I'm feeling. Shut it all down." It's as though, when his heart begins to open, his ego steps in and tries to protect him from the vulnerability. He's saying to himself, "This feels new and scary. Let's close it off." In the past, this dynamic might have caused you significant frustration, Divine Feminine. Whenever his heart energy began to expand, his ego would resist, trying to maintain control rather than allowing himself to flow with the energy and let his heart fully open. Here's the good news. This is starting to shift. His guides and higher self are actively working on this energetic pattern within him. You may have even noticed subtle shifts recently, like brief flashes of emotional vulnerability that were previously absent. His heart is awakening, and it's becoming increasingly hard for him to hide it. The energy of his heart opening is growing so powerful and irresistible that he's becoming worse at concealing it. And here's the most beautiful part of this transformation. His heart is opening because of you. It's your deep commitment to self-love, your willingness to love yourself fully, to embrace your worthiness, and to ground yourself in inner stability that is acting as the catalyst for this breakthrough within him. The more you honor yourself, the more you attract not only the physical presence of your twin flame, but also ignite profound shifts within them. By choosing to love yourself first, to put your energy into your own growth and healing, you are also creating the space for them to heal and evolve as well. Your energy is magnetic, and as you open your heart and stand in your truth, you make it easier for him to do the same. This is a beautiful, co-creative process where both of you are awakening and evolving, and it all starts with you standing firm in the love and stability you've cultivated within yourself. With the victory card shining upright, there's a powerful energy of spiritual breakthrough coming through. The masculine is undergoing a significant release of ego, symbolized by the thinking man reversed. This release is pivotal. It's like a moment of clarity, where his mind is starting to unravel the layers of self-protection and illusion he's built around his heart. This breakthrough could open the door for him to finally communicate his true feelings in a way he hasn't before, marking a major shift in his energy. The presence of storm warning reversed and cornucopia reversed reveals a masculine who is deep in reflection. He's looking back on the chaos of the past, the storms he's weathered in his own life, and the turbulence in your connection. It's almost as if he's been navigating these emotional tempests alone, following the path his ego led him down. But now, his soul is challenging him. I'm hearing his higher self whispering, "Is this really the path you want to stay on, divine masculine?" This inner question is creating a pivotal moment in his journey, one that is guiding him back to alignment with his heart and soul. He's beginning to feel this question more consciously, and it's as though his mind is saying, "No, I don't want to walk this lonely, chaotic road any longer. I'm done living from my ego, shutting down the emotions that are trying to surface within me." The resistance he once held onto has created chaos, but now he's seeing that it's time to stop fighting against his own heart. This chaos could manifest in many ways. If he's currently tangled up in a karmic relationship or situation, that chaos might be showing up in these entanglements, but it could also be internal, a storm of repressed emotions he's tried so hard to suppress. However, his soul is beginning to crack open. There's a growing desire within him to stop resisting his feelings and to face the truth of where his true happiness lies. And what he's discovering is that true fulfillment isn't found in control or emotional shutdown. It's tied to emotional expression and connection, to being in touch with the divine feminine energy within him. This is where his true joy and peace reside. As he starts to recognize this, there is an opening for him to engage in more honest, grounded communication, especially with you, divine feminine. If communication between you has been strained or limited in the past, I sense that this masculine is now ready to step forward and speak from the heart. He wants to express the chaos he's been experiencing, the emotional turmoil he's been hiding. I keep hearing the term cognitive dissonance, this feeling of deep inner conflict between his external life and his true soul calling. His actions and lifestyle have been out of sync with his true purpose, and this mismatch has been weighing heavily on him. He may have been living in a way that no longer resonates with who he really is, and now that disconnect is undeniable. As the divine feminine, you may have sensed this dissonance long before he did. You likely saw the contradictions in his behavior, and you may have even tried to point them out to him. But it's been frustrating, hasn't it? Watching him walk a path you instinctively knew wouldn't lead him to happiness, and seeing him struggle with the consequences. It's been painful to witness, especially knowing the potential for growth and healing was there all along. But the guides want you to understand this. You cannot heal his wounds for him. You cannot walk his path or learn his lessons for him. Each soul must find their way in their own time. As hard as it may be, you must allow him to experience this process for himself. Your role is to continue focusing on your own healing and growth, to stay anchored in your truth, and to trust that he is on his own journey, one that will ultimately lead him to this spiritual awakening. So, divine feminine, keep shining your light, keep nurturing your own growth, and trust that this process is unfolding as it should. The spiritual breakthrough happening within your masculine is part of the divine plan. He's learning, evolving, and moving closer to the truth of who he is. And as he does, he'll be drawn toward you in deeper, more meaningful ways. This is a time of awakening, healing, and profound transformation, not just for him, but for the both of you. Stay rooted in your own power and continue to trust in the process. The universe is guiding you both home, step by step. To truly hold space for this masculine's healing, the first and most essential step is prioritizing your own self-love. For many of you, this choice came with a sacrifice. The decision to choose self-worth and self-love likely resulted in a physical disconnect from the masculine. And in that disconnect, you had to learn the profound lesson of acceptance, accepting the separation and accepting that independence was necessary for both of you to heal. It was not an easy choice, but it was a vital one. It meant releasing old patterns of codependency and stepping into your own power. With door to personal healing and happiness in reverse, this separation actually created space for him to begin his own healing process. It gave him room to reflect, to face his own inner world, and to seek peace and happiness on his own terms. By choosing to move toward your own healing and joy, you demonstrated what interdependence truly looks like. Interdependence is not about needing each other to be whole, but about each person finding fulfillment, peace, and purpose within themselves first. And when both partners reach this place of inner wholeness, they can come together in a balanced, mutually supportive, and reciprocal way. This is the new model of love and relationship that you, divine feminine, are leading by example. Through your journey of self-love and energetic accountability, you are showing him what it means to stand strong in your own energy, take responsibility for your emotions, and find your worth without relying on anyone else. This is the foundation upon which a deeply aligned connection can be built, should he choose to meet you in that same energy. I understand that for many of you this path has felt incredibly exhausting. You've been carrying a lot, not just for yourself, but for your family line and the collective consciousness as well. There have been moments when you felt overwhelmed by the process, as if the weight of this journey is too much to bear. But I want to honor you for how beautifully you've navigated this path. You've done more than you realize, and your energy is creating ripples far beyond your conscious awareness. You are making a greater impact than you can see in this moment, and your healing is shaping not only your own life, but the lives of many others. As I close this reading, I'd like to leave you with a message from the Rumi Oracle. The card I pulled is Layla, and I'll share a passage from the guidebook. O beloved, how you are to be envied. You are being given the gift of no self, no noise, no sense. The great beloved truly wants you to be closer than ever to the wild, universal heart. In that field of love, every electronic device goes haywire, systems collapse, worlds collide, and great stars are born from the chaos. But the real you will sense none of this. This oracle brings you a message. You are moving through a period of not knowing, a time in the great void or womb of the Divine Mother. It is in this place that the seed can crack open and take root. This cannot happen in the light, where all is seen and recognized. It must happen under the cover of darkness, where only trust can assure one of success. This is the way of nature, the way of life, and it must be honored. This oracle brings you ancient wisdom. It guides you not to fear the darkness, but to enter it willingly. It is not for you to become lost, but to find your way. This oracle is saying that in the darkness, there is the path. Do not turn away from it. Let it be. Be with the lack of knowing. What a beautiful message to end on. In times of uncertainty, when you feel you are walking in the dark, trust that there is growth happening. Even in the darkness, the seed is sprouting, and you are moving closer to your purpose and your connection with the divine. Embrace this phase with faith and trust, knowing that the light will come in due time. Sending you all so much love today. Keep shining, keep healing, and keep trusting the journey. You are doing amazing. And if you'd like to get even more involved, click the Join button to explore the membership options and discover the exciting perks waiting for you. By joining, you'll gain access to exclusive behind-the-scenes content, special community events, and unique benefits that enhance your experience. It's a wonderful way to support the channel while connecting more deeply with our vibrant community. If this video spoke to your heart and you want more, show your support by liking, commenting, and subscribing to Magnetize Official. Share these messages with anyone who might need a little extra inspiration. Let's continue to spread love and light together. Thank you for being part of this journey.